All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to tackle one of the biggest challenges there is, building a real, living, breathing online community from nothing. We're talking about that first big milestone, the road to your first 100 members.
You know that feeling, right? You've built this amazing space, you throw open the virtual doors, and crickets. It's just you. That feeling of starting from absolute zero can be paralyzing. But what if I told you there's a proven path forward, one that's all about people?
And this is the core idea that changes everything. Seriously, forget about viral loops and fancy marketing funnels for a second. The foundation of any community that actually lasts isn't the code, it's the connections. It's the real, genuine human stuff. So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to act like a personal concierge. Then we'll zero in on finding our foundational core 10. After that, we'll dive into strategies for getting discovered. Then, the fun part, igniting that network effect. And to wrap it all up, I'm going to give you a super practical checklist to get you moving the minute we're done here. Okay, welcome to what I call Phase 0. This is all about doing things that are totally, completely unscalable. And that's the point. For your first 10 members, you're not a community manager. Nope. You're a host. You're a personal guide. You're a concierge, making every single person feel like a VIP. And here's the rule you've got to live by at the start, the one-to-one rule. You can't just drop a link somewhere and hope for the best. It doesn't work. Your first members, they're going to come from direct, personal, thoughtful invitations. Think of it like inviting your best friends to a dinner party, not just handing out flyers on a busy street corner.
So, how long do you have to keep this up, you might be wondering? Well, the magic number is 50. Yeah, 50. You keep up this super personal white glove concierge treatment for every single one of your first 50 members. It's a ton of work for sure, but this is how you build that rock solid foundation of people who feel like they actually belong.
All right, let's zoom in a little. Before you even worry about 50, your very first goal is 10. But not just any 10 people. We're talking about your core 10. These are the true believers, the ones who are going to become the actual heartbeat of your entire community.
And the process for finding them is actually pretty simple. It's a 3-step dance. First, you identify the right people. Second, you give them a real stake in the game, some actual status. And third, you create a system where you're constantly listening to them, building this thing with them. Let's get really practical. Start with people you already know, your friends, your colleagues, people who get what you're trying to do. Now, here's the key psychological trick. Don't just invite them, empower them. Give them a title like founding visionary or make them a moderator. This isn't just fluffy, it gives them real ownership. Then you ask them this killer question. Their answers? That's not just feedback, my friend. That becomes your community's secret sauce, co-created from day one.
Okay, you've got your core crew. They're fired up. Now what? To get from member number 11 all the way to 50, you have to get visible. But this isn't about shouting from the rooftops. It's about strategically and helpfully showing up where your people already hang out.
And wow, this slide just nails the difference, doesn't it? On one side, you have the wrong way, just spamming your link everywhere. Nobody likes that. But on the other, you have the value-first method. You find a complex question, you answer it thoughtfully, you provide a real resource, and then you gently say, hey, if you want to go deeper on this, we're talking about it over here. See the difference? You're earning trust, not begging for clicks. Here's another killer strategy, the micro event. Don't just host a vague, hey, let's chat about stuff. No way. Get hyper-specific. Host an event on solving one tiny specific problem. This creates real urgency, a little bit of FOMO, fear of missing out, and it gives people a fantastic reason to show up right now. They might come for the event, but they'll stay for the people they meet.
And this right here, the 5-post rule. This is so important. Think about it. You'd never invite people over for a party if your house was completely empty, right? No furniture, nothing on the walls. Same thing with your online space. Before you invite a single new person, you have to make it look lived in. Get at least 5 high-quality conversations going. Make it feel alive. That first impression is everything.
All right, now we get to the really exciting part. Once you've hit that 50-member mark with people who are genuinely engaged, you can start to fan the flames and ignite the network effect. This is that magical tipping point where the community itself starts doing the heavy lifting and becomes its own engine for growth. So how do you actually do that? Here are 2 amazing ways. First, member spotlights. You feature a member and their cool project.
Not only does it make them feel incredible, but they're almost guaranteed to share it with their own friends and followers. Second, create collaborative goals. Turn growth into a game that everyone plays together. It gives everybody a shared mission to rally around.
Okay, we've talked strategy, we've talked philosophy, we've gone through the phases. Now let's get down to brass tacks. Let's make this super, super practical. Here's a checklist you can literally use for your first week to get the ball rolling immediately. This is your launch pad. Seriously, print this out. First, complete your own profile. Lead by example. Second, send those personal, thoughtful DMs to 20 people. No copy-pasting. Third, find your best conversation so far and share it externally to show people what they're missing. And finally, and maybe most importantly, personally welcome every single person who walks through the door. It's so simple, but it is so, so powerful. And look, if you forget everything else from this explainer, just remember this one thing. This entire journey is about quality over quantity. 100 people who genuinely care, who show up, who contribute, they are infinitely more valuable than 10,000 silent followers or bots. You've got to build for the people who care. So, the theory is done. The roadmap is in your hands. The only thing left to do is to take that very first step. So I'll leave you with this question. Who is it? Who is that one person you're going to send a thoughtful, personal invitation to right now?